This is 2 Second Lean in Tulsa, and everybody gets a brand new license plate this year. And if you look at the back of your vehicle, you most likely have something that looks like this, or this, or this, or this, securing your license plate to your vehicle. Now the problem with that is that all of those things are very easy to take off. And if it's easy for you to take off and put back on, it's also easy for the bad guys. So I did a little bit of homework and found a one-way screw. Now I did this several years ago, but since I'm having to replace my old license plate with a new one, I thought I would make a video on this. Now that one-way screw looks like this, and if you ever use a stall, a public stall in a bathroom, notice that the hinges look like this. Now the neat thing about this is that they only turn one way. Okay, so you can tighten it, but you can't loosen it. Why? Now when you put your slotted screwdriver in and turn it clockwise, it will brush up against both of those flat pieces. But if you ever try and loosen it, that isn't flat. It has a sloping ridge and it'll just come right off. You can't loosen it with a screwdriver. So you have to use a little bit of ingenuity like I did, and I ended up having to use this to get mine off. And for those of you that have already attempted this and are having a rough time trying to get it off, or maybe save this note for the next time, this top and bottom part, let's put it at 12 and 6 o'clock. Well, that's the fattest part of the head. The rest of it is really skinny. That's where I used a really small vice grip, tighten it down smaller than the width of that fattest part of the head, just a little bit, and clamped it down and turned it. Now, you need to have some patience with this because it's not easy getting it off. But it feels kind of good knowing that if I'm having a rough time trying to get it off, so is anybody else. Now, if you see where that mouse is pointing to, it says Home Depot. Well, $11.79. That's not going to be for one. Okay, that's going to be for several. I already got online and tried to find some at the local Lowe's, which is about 3 or 4 miles away, and they don't have any that are this size. Now this, it's about 3/8 to 1/2 inch wide head, and it is just under 3/4 of an inch long. So you might want to drive over to the Rural Company if you're in the Tulsa area. This is 6th Street, 7th Street, Rockford, and there in this red building. And over on the southeast corner, there's a door here and a door here. Walk in there, take yours off, hand it to them, and tell them you need 2 of these one-way screws. Why do you need 2? You really don't want to put 4 of these on and have to take 4 off. So put 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, 2 diagonally. Just figure it out yourself. You only need 2, and if you have anybody else in the house that has a vehicle, multiply it by 2, and happy fastening. I was going to say another word, but I won't. And that's 2 Second Lean in Tulsa.